It's
Jason
Nemesis. Yes,
Nemes,
sir.
welcome to Almost
Jason
Above
Nemes.
Average.
That's it.
It is awesome to have. So today we're grateful to have a founder and CEO of Summit Solutions Roofing and Construction. He's a former top 1% leader in Herbalife and nutrition. He is the best-selling author of Behavior, 5 Essentials to Unlocking a Life of Extreme Inspiration, Unlimited Courage, and Massive Success. That is a great title.
Unlimited
It's a big title.
confidence and endless victory.
What is it?
The 5 essentials to unlocking a life of extreme inspiration, unlimited confidence, and endless victory.
I think AI got that wrong. I
Yes,
started
sir.
reading a sample of your book, and I'm going to buy it here soon and read the rest of it.
Appreciate
And
it. Yeah.
there it is, the code of behavior. You look so much different on the cover of that.
Yeah, I went through a phase where I just dyed my beard as black as it could get.
Yeah.
And we're not ever doing that again.
No. Why not? It was sophisticated, man.
Yeah, I would say otherwise. I will probably redo the cover here pretty soon.
Yeah. When did that book come out?
A year from the day that I had the incident. The book launch was April 4th, 2022.
Okay. 2022. I do want to get into that story if you're willing to tell it, but before we get into that and how Summit Solutions came into existence, where does Jason Nemes come from? Let's hear a little backstory.
So, yeah, born and raised in Dallas. I come from great parents. They split when I was one, but dad was always in the picture. Mom was always in the picture. Dad would come get me on the weekends and never an issue. And then as I got a little bit older, my dad would come get me during the weekday, go, like miniature, I think it's miniature golf. Yeah,
Putt putt.
miniature golf. Yeah, putt, and go play basketball, throw the football, just hanging with dad. So it would just be like, be home by dark. You have school tomorrow, kind of thing for my mom. So never issues there, which was great. I still thank both of them to this day for that. I mean, I barely graduated high school. Yeah, I remember I needed like an 82 pass one of my classes. Teacher was such a dick.
In
And I
82?
got like and I got like an 88. And I was like, "Did I really get an 88?" And he's like, "You needed an 82 to pass. You really think I would have given you an 88?" I
Yeah,
was like,
no.
"Damn." I studied my tail off, but yeah, I ended up passing high school. Yeah, I mean, I went to college later on down the years, like, and I took it serious. I was always the guy that would I went to community college and I would have the classes and drop them all and have the classes and drop them all and have the classes and finish one. And then I did door-to-door sales from when I was 21 to 23, excelled pretty fast in it. You can make a lot of money in door-to-door. I was selling Verizon Fios and AT&T Uverse when it, like, just came to market, and I was in management and ended up going broke because no new fiber was getting laid, ended back at my mom's house at 23, which I talk about in my book. And then her and I got into it. I didn't abide by my agreement and I got kicked out. And,
Wow.
it's just like, yeah, man, just so many ups and downs in life, but it's shaped me who I am today. Ended up going to the University of North Texas from when I was 23 to 27, graduated with a BBA in economics, got into the corporate world. That wasn't what I was thinking it was gonna be. I realized quickly it wasn't gonna bring me the life that I seeked, and so ran into a buddy of mine that I told no to about an opportunity for a while in the network marketing company. So I got involved with a network marketing business, and I excelled very fast. I had a trash bag of clothes, and I lived in my buddy's living room. What was it? May of 2013. So you can imagine I'm 27, about to be 28. I've just graduated college and I mean I have a business economics degree and here I am now living in my buddy's living room.
At 30 years old, just graduated college, doing some network
27
marketing.
about to be 28. 27 about to be 28. Yeah, I mean, yeah, living in my buddy's living room. My grandma and my great grandma bought me a couch. Or excuse me, it bought me a bed, and the bed was in the living room, pushed up against the wall. And I had 2 roommates, and there was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So that's where the beginning of entrepreneurship was for me.
Okay,
Trash
28
bag
years
of
old.
clothes, living in my buddy's living room, about to be 28 years old, had about $1,000 to my name, living in Santa Monica, California. I picked up and moved to Santa Monica May 1st of 2013.
Okay.
So that is where everything started and began.
But when you became an entrepreneur, what prompted that decision?
Well, I was clear that the corporate world was not for me, that I wanted more. I mean, I would get on the elevator, at 7:20, 7:25, sometimes 7:28. We had to be in our seats on the phone by 7:30. And I just always remember getting it on the elevator to go to the floor, where the office was, and the veterans being like, "Is it 4:30 yet? Ha ha ha," looking at their watch. And so for me, I'm like, well, if that's how they look at it, I mean, then that's what I have to
Then you're
look
gonna
forward to.
adopt that same thing, right?
Yeah, and I mean,
Naturally.
it's just like a miserable style mindset, so I was like, "Man, this is just not like that's just a no." So, I ended up running into the guy that I told no to about the opportunity in the network marketing space. I ran into him in Oklahoma, April 40.
You knew him
A
in
buddy of mine.
California, you ran into it randomly in Oklahoma?
No, I was living in Dallas.
Okay.
I was living in Dallas. I went up to Oklahoma for a party, like a birthday party. And then he was living in Oklahoma. And he and I used to be roommates back in the day. But I always told him no to the opportunity because he had just started. And I was like, bro, like, I'm not following you. We party and do drugs and drink every night and chase chicks. Like, I'm not following you on
That's
this
not success
business
right there.
adventure. Right. But he proved himself over the years. And that night when I ran into him, I noticed there was a different energy about him. There was something different about him. Nicer clothes. I mean, he had veneers. Like he was just a whole, there was an attraction to him on like a successful level, but also just who he was then was not the same guy that I once used to live with and hang out with. And we all went back to his house, and he had a 10,000 square foot house with multiple six-figure cars in the driveway. And I was just
So he's
like,
becoming your
damn,
mentor in
bro.
your mind, right? You're like, "Man, I want
Well,
this."
and yeah, so for me, I'm just like, well, I mean, I don't really know if what he's telling me that he does is the truth. You're really making that kind of money selling some herbs? I don't know. But the next day I tried the product. I fell in love with the product. I felt great. I didn't have to nap anymore. And I mean, I saw the income. So it was just like, damn. So then, yeah, at the end of that day, I was just like, man, I didn't need a nap. I felt great. So I got going. I hit him up, got going in the business, and I made $1,100 in my first 18 days. And
Okay.
then I made the decision I'm quitting my corporate job. I'm moving to LA and I'm going to pursue acting, fitness modeling, and I'll work my network marketing business on the side and I'll get a bartending gig because I had bartending in college for, like 3 years. So I knew how to bartend. I was good at bartending. I was like, and I could find a job bartending and I'll make money. You make good money as a bartender. So that's what I did. And I worked my business every day from the beach. And my first full month that May 2013, I made 1,900. And I just remember thinking like, man, at my corporate job, I was working 60 hours a week and I was making $2,000 a month after taxes. Here I am going to the beach, just posting on social media, not even really knowing what I'm doing. And I made 1,900 bucks. It's like, damn. And then so then I moved to Oklahoma because I signed 27 people up in my first 30 days and I was
For the
absolutely
network
crushing
marketing
it.
thing?
Yeah, the network marketing thing.
Okay.
So then Tim, the guy who signed me up, my mentor in the business, he's like, dude, you're killing it. I know you just moved to California, but I'd love for you to move to Oklahoma. You can live with me rent free and you can work in my smoothie bar and I will train you and mentor you and guide you. And I was like, man, I'd be a fool because he was making over 100,000 a month
Yeah, let's go.
on average.
Sign me up.
Yeah. So I was just like, man, okay. So I went and I was just a student. Like I left, I moved to Oklahoma June 15th of 2013. And then, I mean, I lived out there for like a year and a half and I was just a sponge. But now I'm around very successful people. I'm around people that they're not just successful, but they have interest in me being successful. As yes, it does help them. Everything I sell, they're making money on. Right. So, but in the network marketing company that I'm a part of, I mean, I still make a six-figure residual income with them, even though I haven't worked my business in
That's
three
petty.
and a half,
6
three
figure,
and a half, 4 years,
residual.
right?
That's awesome.
I you start to learn and understand that, yeah, I make money when I bring people in and help them be successful, but you get to a point where, like, you really authentically love to help people, and you just happen to make money for it, which, I mean, cool, like, it's not bad because the next person that I'm gonna help, they're gonna get great results on the products, and then if they wanna get into the business, they're gonna make money too,
Yep.
and so
And
it's
for
just
you.
knowing that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, I'll make more money, but, like, I can help you change your life too, and so, yeah, you fall in love with you just get a passion of helping people, which I took all of that and I've transitioned it into the blue collar space, which very few people do in the blue collar space,
It's a big jump.
and yeah, it's been life changing.
Yeah. How did you make that jump?
I got a phone call from a buddy of mine in December 2023, "Hey, you wanna start a roofing company?"
Just out of nowhere? And that
Yeah.
was it, huh?
He had a roofing company in Oklahoma, but his partner didn't want to expand.
Okay. A lot of good hail out there in Oklahoma, huh?
Yeah, not as good as Texas, but yeah, there's some.
Yeah. Yeah, North
Texas is
Carolina's
probably the
not too
best market in the country, yeah.
Texas is?
More hail in Texas than any other state.
Right. So there's a something in your story. I don't know if you wanna talk about it, you don't have to if you want, but you had a health scare, a while ago. Take us through that if you're willing to.
Yeah, it was funny because Tim's birthday is April 4th, my mentor in the network marketing business,
Uh-huh.
and the day of my heart attack was April 4th.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I ran into him April 4th, 2013, and that day was April 4th, 2021. Easter Sunday, buddy of mine hit me up to go work out, so I go work out. We go downstairs to play basketball. I'm sitting at like 240, 245 at that time. I was bulking. I was gonna start cutting in April, like April 15th for the summer. And so while we're playing, I'm noticing I'm puffing and puffing, and I'm just thinking it's because I'm out of shape. I'm not doing cardio, and I'm heavier than normal. And when we get done, we're all at the bleachers, and usually your heart rate and blood pressure, everything calms down. Well, I was kind of noticing that like I was having a hard time catching my breath. And so we leave Lifetime Fitness, the person that I was with, my ex-girlfriend, and I noticed that I'm starting to get some pains in my chest, on my heart side. I'm getting a little bit of a headache and my arms going numb. And I'm paying attention and I'm noticing the symptoms aren't getting better. Like we get in the car, we're headed towards the house. I pull over at the gas station to get some aspirin because the headache is getting excruciating. And none of the symptoms are going away. They're getting worse and worse. So I told her, I was like, look, something's not right. I want to go to a clinic. She's like, cool, let's go. And fortunately, it was Easter. Because it was Easter, there was no traffic. We got to a clinic within 5 minutes. And I walk in the clinic and they're like, sir, how can we help you? I said, man, I'm pretty sure I'm having a heart attack. And the dude was like, can I see your ID? And in my mind, I'm like, bro, I just told you I think I'm having a heart
I'm
attack. Like, get
dying,
my ass to
man.
the like, dude, get me to the back.
Yeah.
But I left my wallet in the car. So I had to go back, grab my wallet, come back in, give him my ID. And yeah, they get me to the back. They hook me up to the EKG. And I'll never, ever forget the look on the doctor's face. And he's just like, man, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're suffering a severe heart attack right now. And I actually had a very mild heart attack the year before, but I didn't know it was a heart attack at the time. Yeah, I already had a stent put in, but yeah, was having a massive heart attack. They have me laid down in the room. Every single person in that clinic is probably in my room and they're all doing different things. And I have one lady, Debbie, who is my main nurse, and she's like, chew this and swallow this. And I'm communicating with her how I'm feeling, like, okay, I'm having a really hard time breathing. The pain's getting worse. Okay, I'm feeling better, and back and forth. And then I just remember being like I felt my ability to breathe just disintegrating basically. Like I felt myself like laying down more because I was sitting up a little bit and I just felt myself like just going out. And I remember like, y'all gotta do something, please help me. God, please help me. And then it's like I went to sleep. I did not have an out of body experience. Everybody always asked me that. I took that as I didn't have a close enough relationship to God and I've become way more Christian and just about faith. since then. After I was out for 40 seconds ish, they said. And I remember, waking up to like, I heard my name, like, "Jason, Jason," and I mean, my eyes were closed and I wasn't moving, but I'm sure it's because they got the beep, the little thing, they got me back, so I know they defibbed me and did CPR. They were able to bring me back, and, I remember waking up and looking to my right. I couldn't move my body, but I looked to my right, and the doctor was like, "Welcome back, sir. She just saved your life." And
Man,
so I'm kind of dumbfounded. It was like I was wasted when I woke up,
yeah,
like extremely dizzy and out of it. And I'm just like dumbfounded, like, you just saved my life. What, huh? Thank you. Anyway, the paramedics were all right there.
yeah.
And once I kind of came to, they put me on the stretcher, loaded me up in the ambulance, rushed me to the hospital, and performed emergency surgery. They put another stent in. But it's crazy because the stint that they originally put in, it wasn't in all the way. And so it just
Is that
it
why
got
you had a
stopped up
second one?
again. Yeah, it just got stopped up again. It
Yeah,
got clogged. But I had 100% blockage at my widowmaker. So statistically, I should not be alive right now.
yeah.
They
That's
call it a widowmaker heart attack. Like, it makes widows. It's the left side of the heart, and that's the part of the heart that funnels the body of blood flow and oxygen. And not 99, 100%.
dude. You're a really fit guy too. How did the first heart attack happen? Was there any
Man, it
reason?
was just the compound effect of a lot of drugs and a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of steroids and a lot of Viagra, just year after year after year, thinking you're Superman and getting my blood work done and everything coming back perfect. Thing is that my body was in perfect health,
no.
except that spot on my heart.
The main part you want running.
Yeah, and fortunately, they said because of how healthy I was all around, besides that, it definitely helped me survive. And now I do blood work every 3 months and a stress test twice a year.
Nice. Everything good?
Yeah, I mean, everything's been great. They say, "Keep doing what you're doing." I mean, I've been clean from drugs for 4.5 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I was still taking TRT because my natural levels are so low, but if you don't take TRT to get you if you're not at a regular level, like a normal level, and you're way low, other things start to mess up in your body. So your body's not optimal. You want to be at the normal range at least. And there's other things that you can do. But for me, I mean, I just wanted to be on test. But I've been off for 5 months now because my wife and I are working on getting pregnant. So I had to come off and do like this whole regimen. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're
Would you recommend it? Because I've been thinking about getting on TRT
what I
recently.
always recommend people is get with a professional and get your blood work done. Get your blood work done and test for all the stuff and know what your body is at, what you're optimal in and what you're deficient in. And they've got peptides and TRT and different things to get your body optimal.
Yeah.
Because if you're not
How did you get
optimal,
into fitness?
man, I just was an athlete growing up.
You weren't happy growing up?
I was an athlete.
Oh, you were an athlete. Okay, basketball.
Yeah, I played basketball and soccer. And then I mean, when I got to high school, I wanted to start getting a little bit bigger. And growing up in Plano, Texas, I mean, steroids were running around like the high school. Well, I mean, I was 16, 17, and people were juicing, but I never juiced until right when I graduated, I turned 18 and I started juicing at 18.
Dang.
I mean, me being off test right now is like the first time I've been off test in over 20 years.
How do you feel?
Like, shit,
I'm sorry, bro.
bro, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't get on it then.
Well, do you have kids?
Yeah. 4
Are you
kids.
going to have more
I got
kids?
grandkids. Yeah, I can't have any more kids actually.
So then getting on tests is not a problem.
Let's go.
Yeah. But you just gotta make sure, like, if you have, like, an 800, 900 test level, you don't wanna take it and then you're way over normal because then that's bad for your body.
Yeah,
But
I'll
if you're
definitely
like
get tested.
200 or if you're like 200 or 300 and you're low, you're definitely gonna want it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I always tell people, like, get with your healthcare physician. There's, like, I mean, I can get you. I have a friend that owns a Vita Health Philly. He's an absolute beast. This company's massive, but there's like, it's like telehealth.
Yeah.
and you go get your they send you the lab, you go take it to LabCorp or whatever.
Mhm.
They draw your blood, then they send the reports back to them, then they call you and you have a consultation over the phone, and then they go over the different options with you. And I mean, it's super common now. It's a common thing.
Okay. Maybe it sounds easier now. It
It
used to
is.
be like getting drugs, it felt like it was
No,
something
it's
bad.
really, really easy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll look at that. So, sorry to get sidetracked, but you had a heart attack. How did that change everything you did going after?
Well, you would think I would have been done then, but my birthday in Vegas, I had a UFC fighter at my table, and he was like, "Hey, you want to go to the bathroom?" And I was like, "Heck yeah!"
Yeah.
There would always be like a reason. What do you? I'm drawing a blank. Validate.
Yeah,
Like,
validation. Well, an excuse?
yeah, oh, there you go. An excuse to go do it. I
Yeah.
was thinking of a different word, but that word works. I always had an excuse. Like, oh, there's a UFC fighter. I'm not gonna tell him no. Let's go. And then boom, do it. And then a week later, I was at a bachelor party in South America, and I always wanted to try it in South America because it's supposed to be the best. And so I was like, I'm just gonna do a little bit. Well, that night I did so much. I didn't go to sleep, and that's why I always had a problem, is because I always do so much, so much. I mean, looking back, the fact that I'm alive is a miracle.
You seem like an
It's
extreme dude. No offense.
I am, yeah. I just needed to shift the extreme Jason from the negative, where I was so extreme on the negative side, it literally killed me.
Yep.
Like, you can't get more extreme than that
No, you can't.
to the positive, right? You shift it to the positive, and then what can happen. But yeah, so crazy story about that day. I did it all night through the morning, and I felt myself kind of fading out a little bit.
Mhm.
Like, I was laying there and I kind of felt like I was just like, "Man, I can't let myself go to sleep." I got scared because the
So you
last
wouldn't wake
time.
up?
Exactly,
Yeah,
and that
I've been there.
happens, like, your body just you're out, right? So I get up, I put a bathing suit on. Our hotel was on the beach. We had the whole hotel. So I walk out to the water, and I was like, I'm by myself. It's like 9:30, 10 a.m., and I'm just like, "God, I don't know what's happening right now, but if you make this go away, I will never touch this again." And within, like, just a couple minutes, I was perfectly sober, everything was clear, and I was just like, "Damn," and I haven't touched it since that day. It's like June
It's like
12th,
he listened.
20
God was like, "Yo, let's fix him right now. He's
like,
asking for it. Fix him."
he is truly serious this time. But yeah, I haven't touched it since that day, and I mean, I will never touch it again, ever. I mean, yeah, people that are doing all that kind of stuff, it's just a loser characteristic, and I can say that because I was doing it, and looking back, it's like, "Dude, you freaking loser. Like, what are you doing?"
Right. What a massive upgrade sobriety is, huh?
Okay, so I'll have a couple drinks here and there. I enjoy an old fashioned. I enjoy a glass of wine. I'm not really out getting drunk, but for me, it wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I can have one drink and leave. I enjoy like an old fashioned and a cigar. I enjoy a nice glass of wine with the steak. So, but I mean, for me, the sobriety part is like being away from drugs because I would get so high on drugs. And I get high on making an impact now. I get high on business. I get high on achieving goals. I get high on speaking to the youth and to the kids and pouring into them, and the messages that I get afterwards, that's what I get high on.
Do you think that the heart attack and everything you went through coming out of it is kind of what led you down this path to where you're a servant at heart now? Now you're helping people, you're building people up. All your content is you're helping people become who they want to be. I love watching
Yeah,
that.
so in the network marketing business, I mean, I started speaking at 2016.
Okay.
So I've been speaking for a while, but I've really had a shift and a focus of speaking to the youth
Okay.
and to young adults out there because they're going to be faced with some choices. They're going to be faced with robbing somebody. They're going to be faced with shooting people. They're going to be faced with drugs and alcohol and unprotected sex and possibly getting a girl pregnant at 14 or 15. Like, they're going to be faced with all of these things. And so I've seen it all. I mean, I've had friends shoot people. I've had friends shot and killed. I've had friends die from overdose. I've had friends die from suicide. I've seen it all. And so my thing is to go and speak to the youth and to the young adults and make an impact one child at a time.
So you've always been a motivated individual.
Yeah, just never knew how I was gonna get there.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in Plano, Texas, and went to Plano West. I mean, the student parking lot was nicer than the faculty parking lot. My friends had their parents had mansions. Like, I was just on that border where I qualified to go to that school. If I was just on the other side of the street, I went to the other school, which is it's not poor, but it's very middle class. Where I went was very upper class. I mean, like, the neighborhood that fed into it is, like, where the Dallas Cowboys live. Like, Deion Sanders had a house right across the street from our school.
Yo, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's man, I grew up, like, seeing it, but I always had a mentality of, like, "I'm just gonna be a good employee." That was the
Be a
mentality.
good employee.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those
Yeah, I'm gonna
corporate
go to
companies.
school, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna get a degree, and I'm gonna go work in the corporate world. That was always, like, the vision growing up because that's what is ingrained in us.
Society teaches us that.
At Yeah, and it's a failing formula.
Yeah, we go to school to learn how to be good employees, and that I found that out when I got into roofing. I was working as a warehouse manager for Habitat for Humanity and making pizzas at for Domino's at night, not even covering, expenses. And I saw an ad in Indeed, make 70 grand to 450 grand a year, and I was like, "What the fuck?
And
Let's
that's
do."
accurate.
Yeah. So, and
That's
I
very
jumped into it,
accurate.
heard the pitch, and they're like, basically, if you can convince a homeowner to let you on the roof, file a claim, sign a contract, you can make a ton of money. All right,
Yeah,
I can do
and
that.
that's accurate.
So that's how you got into it too?
Well, one of my best friends who's a developer, he was always in my ear about roofing and how much money there is in the industry,
Yeah.
but I was still very fixated on the network marketing business. But then the network marketing business, they took a different turn, and it pissed me off. And so I was chilling. I was making 25 to 30 grand a month residual. Like I was chilling, not really doing much, and my girlfriend at the time, who is my wife now, when you're a hustler and you're around somebody who's not doing much throughout the day, it can be pretty annoying.
Yeah.
And so she was like, "What are you gonna do? You gotta figure something out." And it was between roofing, solar, and insurance. And I had friends that were millionaires in each field, and I didn't know which route I wanted to go. And then that's when my boy called me and was like, "Hey, let's start a roofing company." He
So,
already had a roof Yeah, I was. He already had a roofing company in Oklahoma, but his partner there did not want to expand.
hmm, okay.
And so he wanted to get into the Texas market, so he hit me up. I went to Oklahoma to train with him, and I trained for like 2, 3 days. I think it was like 2 days. Only talked to like probably 3 or 4 customers. And then I got back to Dallas and started grinding.
So you were solo by yourself, and you just went out and started knocking doors? You didn't get trained in another company at all?
No, he and I had a
Just
company.
a 4 days kinda conversation with your homie? How many contracts did you sign your first month?
I signed 2 my first day,
Dang. Just knocking?
23K in profits.
Yes. That's awesome.
One, the guy was outside taking his trash out, and I went to talk to him.
Mhm.
And then the other guy, I was on the dude's roof, and he was just the neighbor directly across from him. And I was like, "Hey, sir.
Mhm.
Hey, man." I was talking to him from the roof. And, yeah, I ended up signing him too.
That's awesome. My buddy gives me shit about that. He's like, "You talk to everybody." Like, "Yeah, man. Everybody walking by, if I'm on a roof, dude, look at me, talk to me."
100%.
Yeah.
But it's just money. Closed mouths don't get fed, so
Amen, brother.
might as well, like, it
When did you write this book? And tell me about it. What
from
what motivated
from
it?
April. It was I mean, it was between April 4th, 2021 and April 4th, 2022.
Okay. Nice.
What motivated it is somebody heard my story and was like, "Have you ever thought about writing a book? I'm gonna fund it." So I have a course, the book, and yeah, I mean, what's funny is that the what was it? I had to get rid of my Escalade and I traded it in for a Tesla Y. When I started roofing, I had a Tesla X, which is pretty funny to pull up to houses with roofing and a Tesla.
Yeah.
But it was great for the customers that had a Tesla
Right.
because it's kind of like a little tribe, you have a Tesla. It's
My dream, dude, is to pull up. I want a Lamborghini, but I don't really want the Lamborghini. I want to pull up with a Lamborghini with a ladder rack on it. I just want that.
It would be funny if I did that because I have the McLaren.
You only have do it with a McLaren.
I have the 720S Performance drop top
Okay.
McLaren that I just got like 3 weeks ago. My
Nice.
dream car. I mean, I have a Dodge 2500. I mean, that's my daily.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
what's your, projection for Summit Solutions? How big do you want it to be?
Oh, I think we'll be a nine-figure company by 2028, by
Oh,
the
I
end of
love that.
2028.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about recruiting and sales and recruiting winners, recruiting
Tell
people that
me
get
about
out
that.
there.
I can't find anyone that I would like to work with.
I am very what's the word? I'm very consistent on posting on social media. I showcase who I am,
You do. I know what I don't know the word you're searching for, but I understand what you're saying. Like,
and
I watch your content
people
and that man's fucking serious. Like, he's taking this
yeah,
shit seriously. You better be showing up with your A game if you're coming to talk to me kinda thing.
yeah, that and I'm kinda loud.
Yeah.
Loud with, like, fashion and jewelry
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
exotic car,
Yes.
but I also show the authentic side because most people that have that stuff are just assholes, and I made a promise to myself that no matter how much success I have or how well known I get, I will never forget where I come from. I had a trash bag of clothes. I lived in my buddy's living room a little over 10 years ago,
Mhm.
and I've had to rebuild business twice where I went here and I mean, making 15K a month to 5, making 25K a month to like 12. And I mean, 12 might still sound great, but not when you were making 25, because when I was making 25, I lived a 25 a month lifestyle. So when
Right.
you have so it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's what's how much is leaving the account every month. You could make $1 million a year, and if you just spent 1.1, you're in debt. So yeah, I'm very consistent. The algorithm likes it. I showcase who I am. People understand what we're building. I show the company culture, and you're gonna have people that rock with you, and you're gonna have people that talk their shit. And I have a lot of both.
Yeah.
So,
How big is your crew out there in Dallas?
and well, I mean, we're in Arkansas, Arizona. We're
Shit.
not just in Texas. Yeah, and I'm in West Texas, South Texas. We're all over.
Okay.
I had like 2 weeks ago, I was at 31 sales guys and girls. And I had a couple quit, and then I demand greatness. Like, if you're just gonna be lazy and not work, why are you here? And that's my mentality. I don't want you. I don't want you. Yeah, you might do like 250K a year, but somebody who's gonna go do 2.5, they might go do 1 million now because they think they're kicking ass because you're doing 250. And they're looking at the 250 thinking their million is badass when they're a $2.5 million a year producer.
Yeah.
So like what's the floor? My floor is gonna I talked to everybody in my company one-on-one for 20 to 30 minutes, and we went over their goals for 2026, and not one person is under 1 million.
Nice. How do you hold
That's
them
how it should
accountable to
be.
that?
I will. You better we do employee performance reviews.
So you sit down with them, you go over their goals with them, or probably have them do it, right? Tell you what their goals are, write
They
them
tell
down,
me what their goals are.
and you write them down and then check in every couple months like, "Hey, how we doing?"
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the numbers, and if they're freaking slacking, like, if you're not knocking 100 doors a day, what's the problem? What
Right,
are you doing?
right,
Like, you're full time, what are you doing all day? What do you have better to do that you're not working?
right. That is the weird thing that I learned in roofing too. Guys like me who have never got paychecks like that, when you get the big ones, they start coming in, and it's like, "Oh, fuck, I don't gotta work." It happened to me, and I was like, I ruined it. It's a classic roofer story, I'm sure. Guys start getting paid and then stop going to work, but I
Yeah,
didn't
well,
learn
I
that
let
lesson.
people know, like, that's not what we do here.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how you live an average life. Every time you get money, you chill, and then you don't have money, and then you work hard, and then you get money and you chill,
right.
and then you don't have money, and then you work hard, and then you chill. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Just keep working your ass off. But the thing is that I let people I train my guys. I don't just talk about roofing, it's about life. It's my experiences, and I'm committed. I work every single damn day from like 6:30 AM till fricking I go to sleep. I got people that hit me up at 11. I had 2 guys that they signed a deal together last night at 9:30 PM. These are the standards.
Yeah.
Freaking grind, make it happen. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I'm committed to the same thing. You're just not gonna see me knocking doors every single day or really much at all unless I'm out with the guys or creating content
Right.
because I have a company to run. I'm the coach. The coach does not throw the ball. The coach is the coach and the quarterback throws the ball.
Yeah.
But it's also how you hire people. When I bring people in, I let them know, hey, if you think like, well, this guy's over here telling me what to do, and I don't see him doing it. Well, if I go do it, I make 100% of the money. So when you try to call me, I can't answer your phone call because I'm with the customer or I'm on a steep roof and I'm not answering your call.
Right.
When I'm in the office, I'm working on building the business. That helps you make money. I'm working on the branding. That helps you make money. And I instill in them in their brains, this is what I like. Expect me to do this. If I come out and work with and knock with y'all and we hit the streets, that's a bonus.
Yeah. Learn
Like,
from me if I'm out with you.
yeah, I did not buy a company. I started this company from scratch. It was just me.
Mhm.
I knocked the doors. I ran the appointments. I worked on the referrals while sourcing the crews, while posting on social media, while recruiting, while dealing with BS, while being stolen. Like, I've done it all.
Do you guys do retail as well? What percentage is retail versus insurance?
5% retail, probably.
5% retail? Man,
Yeah, we're in Texas, man. I mean, it's
yeah. I know the market's different. I just can't picture it because I live
there's
in North Carolina.
hailstorms. I mean, we just had a big hailstorm November 3rd,
Yeah. That's my
and we had
birthday.
a massive hailstorm in South Texas November 1st,
How big?
2 to 3 inches.
We need some of that around here.
Took everything out. Where you at?
In North Carolina, Raleigh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we only
So
get like half-inch hail, barely
yeah,
ever.
yeah. I mean, you got to like think about Phoenix and Scottsdale.
Right. Yeah.
They've had one storm in 7 years.
How do they even roof out there?
Retail.
Wind, maybe?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wind will like shake the tile and it'll
Mhm.
crack.
Hmm.
But then oftentimes, I mean, you just talk about a partial and the partial still could be 30, 40, 50,000 on these roofs out there.
Right.
On big houses with tile?
I've never done a tile roofer. I've never seen hail damage on, like, luxury tile or slate.
Yeah, yeah, it's more so, well, like when the wind shakes it, it'll crack.
I just got this big one, lead the other day. It's faux Spanish tile, but it's made of metal. Have you ever seen that? I've never worked with it. I couldn't find any no dings on it, no wind damage. I was like, "Fuck, I'll just try to sell it retail and see what happens."
Yeah,
Yeah. Tried it. Hasn't worked yet, but we'll see.
yeah, it's
Alright,
bound to.
I got some lightning round questions for you.
Cool.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Give me one word that describes you at 18 years old.
I had it before you said 18 years old.
We'll keep it because there's another question right after.
One word that describes me at 18, lost,
Alright, what about today?
discipline.
Discipline. Okay. What's the first thing you do every morning?
Usually, well, I take my medicine, honestly.
So you wake up, medicine?
I wake up and I take my heart medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please keep doing that.
I wake up, I take my heart medicine, my peptides, like that whole regimen of what I'm doing. Yeah, I take my HCG for which is, to get everything. It helps you produce your natural sperm again.
Okay.
So I'm just yeah, because we're working on having kids. So
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, really, like literally, when I wake up, that's exactly what I do.
Actually, you
And
ripped
then
apart. Give me your whole morning routine.
well, it depends on what day it is. Mondays are extremely busy. Mondays from 8 to 9, I have my manager meeting, and from 9 to 10, I have my company meeting, and then it's usually tons of calls and doing a bunch of different things. But generally, I like to get up on the earlier side.
Mhm.
It just depends on what time I get to sleep. And then I wake up and I do what I was just saying. I take my HCG, all my peptides, my heart medicine. That's literally the first thing I do. Drink a glass of water, and then I'll usually go to the gym. And then on my way to the gym, I listen to a podcast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Almost above average podcast? Not yet.
Yes, sir. No, usually Andy or PBD. I mean, Andy Priscilla is my go-to in the beginning.
Andy who?
Andy Priscilla.
Oh, I thought you said Andy Elliott. I was like, I like him too.
No, Andy Frisella, the owner of First Form and the creator of 75 Hard.
Oh, maybe it was your video.
Real AF. He's a beast.
Yeah, that looks I don't know if I could do that, but I'll get there. I was thinking of doing a 72-hour fast pretty soon. Have you ever done that?
I have not done a 72-hour fast, but I've done 75 Hard 3 times, phase 1 twice, and I did the entire Live Hard program last year with my wife.
Nice.
The Live Hard program is 75 Hard, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and it all has to be done within the year.
That sounds tough. I haven't looked at that one.
Very tough.
I've been doing high rocks workouts once a week, and those are pretty tough for me. You ever done
Yeah,
one of those?
yeah. No,
It's just like being at football practice. All right, coffee pre-workout or something else in the morning?
both. I love my coffee, but I always have pre-workout before I hit the weights.
Always?
Yeah,
Is it bucked up pre-workout?
it's not. It's the network marketing company I'm a part of is
Okay.
pre-workout
Yeah,
because
gotcha.
they have an entire athlete line, and we actually have the doctor on staff that he discovered NO. He has a Nobel winning prize. He's a Nobel laureate, and that prize is also with the company.
He discovered what?
But NO, nitric oxide.
No shit.
He's the one who discovered it, and he has the true vasodilator, that product that expands your blood vessels from like a garden hose to a fire hose. Basically, it takes your blood vessels from here to here, and so yeah, it's he's the creator of our pre workout too. So it's great. I mean, I drink it every day before I go to the gym
Maybe you have to hook me up with some of that.
for sure.
I'll buy some.
100%. Yeah, I will.
All right. What is the biggest green flag when you're hiring a sales rep? What do you look for? What's the first thing?
I love people that have door to door experience. It doesn't have to be roofing, but anybody that has door to door experience, they're at the top of the list. Um, I'm guessing the next will be red flags, so I'll let you continue.
Yep. What's the red flags?
They talk about themselves and how big of a badass they are and how much worth they have. I have a saying: those that talk the most do the least, and those that do the least expect the most. And it never fails.
That is a good quote. Who said that? Did you make
Me, it's my quote. I
Yo,
made
I'm
it
gonna
up.
quote you on that in content, all right?
Yeah, now there's not there's the those that talk the most do the least. There's somebody else that I think I've heard say that, but to extend it, and those that do the least expect the most.
Yeah.
So I combine those for my own.
When you
And
said that, I
it's
thought of someone in my life. I'm like, that
of
describes
course, we all do. Yeah, they talk so much, but they don't do any work.
right.
And then they don't do any work and they're like expecting handouts.
Yes.
Like, where my Cougar paws? Where's my ladder?
Right.
Where's this? Where's that? Like, dude, you haven't even knocked 20 doors in the last 2 weeks. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Did you send the supplement request in? You didn't even go take the
It,
pictures yet, bro.
exactly. It's like, what? So those are the biggest red flags. And I used to make exceptions because I just wanted to bring more people in the company. Now, zero exceptions. I don't know if you saw that dude that was talking smack to me. He was like bragger ass bitch or something.
No, I didn't see that
It
one
was
yet.
on my story. And then before that, he said something, but he hit me up like a few days before that, asking me for a job and talked about how great he was.
Yeah.
He missed 3 calls. And then I finally got on a call with him. He talked about himself the whole time, how great he was. Meanwhile, he lives in a trailer park. Nothing wrong with living in a trailer park, but don't tell me how amazing you are and
Yeah.
how badass you are at
Watch your mouth.
sales and you live in a trailer park. That doesn't add up. And then he told me he was doing his own thing and running his own crews, but wanted to be with a bigger company. So I ended up telling him, he was right when we got the phone or off the Zoom, he's like, "So what'd you think?" And I was just like, "Bro, I think you should go run your own thing. You said you have your own guys and you've been putting jobs in. Like, I think you should just be on your own." And then I really didn't open up any other messages. And then like one day randomly, I saw and I clicked it. And yeah, he messaged me twice that day just talking shit. And I was like, and he was telling me like a couple days before that, I'm as solid as they come and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nah, I trust my instincts.
Yeah. The fact that you're telling me that, I don't want you here anyway.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there are patterns that are consistent and the result is usually the same.
What's harder, building leaders or closing deals?
Building leaders.
Yeah.
Closing deals is easy.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think so.
that's simple.
Well, I don't know. So it was hard for me for a long time.
But I've been in sales for years. I come from a family of salesmen.
So it's all
My
natural
dad
already.
was a s in yeah, my mom, like, she does security sales, has, like, Boeing, Cinemark, like, huge cybersecurity style work.
Yeah.
My dad was in the car business for years. My grandfather, I mean, I just my grand like, I come from a sales background.
Yeah. That sounds similar. I had a, do you know Jay Bradley from the Roof Nuts?
I do know Jay
He
Bradley,
was
yeah.
on here and he said the same thing. He kind of came from a entrepreneurial family. I think that's really cool. I did not.
I don't come from an entrepreneurial family,
For
but they're
sales,
great
right?
at sales.
Yeah. Sales is a very specific skill that I didn't have until I got into roofing. Well, that's not true. A lot of sales, I just have the personality for it. Like I'm just naturally like that. So,
Yeah,
all right. What is your favorite way to reset when you're fried mentally?
work out, listen to a good podcast, open up a book, and focus on gratitude. Focus on all the great things in my life. How I have an awesome wife, I have a great loving family, I have my dream car, I have great health. That's what I always I never focus on the problem. Like to me, I have the most powerful heart in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
that's
successful.
yeah, super successful. I focus on blessings, man.
Yeah.
And then it's like, how could you be mad about that? You can't have bad days. You have bad moments. That's
Amen.
all. You have a bad moment, not a whole bad. Not, I don't have a bad day. It's a bad moment. We're all allowed to have bad moments, but snap the heck out of it.
Right.
Don't stay there. That's it. Don't stay there. You need 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Cool. Take your 5, 10 minutes. Snap out of it. Let's get to work.
I like that. All right. Last one. What is the biggest loss you've taken in your roofing career? Tell me about it. Tell me that story.
Well, it's not public knowledge yet.
Well, don't tell me that one. Tell me when you can tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you that one off camera.
I lost I'll preface it. I won't say his name, but he was a Super Bowl champion down in Lumberton. I signed it up and ended up losing that. That was the biggest one of mine.
Losing that way? Okay. I
Okay.
we lost a six-figure job because somebody was bitter that they got fired and went and made up a bunch of lies on social media.
Mm.
That cost us probably a couple $100,000 in jobs.
Dang, that still hurts.
Yeah, it does, but we just focus on putting more deals up. I
Right.
mean, it's
You lose one, get four more.
that's right. We sign deals every day. We've had roofs go up every single day, some 2 days, some 2 a day, some 3 a day. I think just Monday and Sunday. Sunday and Monday were the 2 days we didn't have a roof go up in like the last 12 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Mindset. People, oh, it's slow season. It was 78 degrees outside. Like, ain't no slow season.
It's
Maybe if you're in
78 over there?
Alaska,
Shit. I could be roofing right now.
Christmas will be like 80.
Damn.
Sucks. I want cold weather.
I like the hot. Like, I prefer it. I would rather be sweating my
Yeah,
ass
but
off on a roof.
no, I want to feel like it's Christmas.
Like,
I mean, Christmas is going
emotionally.
to be 80 out.
Right. Yeah.
But then we go to Italy on Friday. So
Okay. A little vacation with
for
the
our
wife?
honeymoon, yeah,
Oh, I love that.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
good
we're
shit.
looking forward to it. We're going to Florence, Rome, and Venice
Okay. Well,
for
Jason,
12 days.
tell the people of Almost Above Average where to find you.
Yeah, so my Instagram and TikTok are tatted prez, like tatted like tattooed, and then PREZZZ like President Prez, and then Jason Nemes NES on Facebook and LinkedIn, and then also roofsbysummit.com is our website, and
Roofs by
yeah,
Summit.
yeah,
I'll put all those in the show notes, so just in case anyone
cool,
wants to find you. But
sounds
Jason,
good.
I really appreciate you taking the time and coming on the podcast and telling your
Yeah, for
story.
sure, man. Thank you for having me. I like to get in front of as many audiences as I can, so they get to know me and who I truly am and what I represent.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you be open to if I send you another invite down the line and maybe do a topic specific one, maybe roof
Yeah,
related? Or the podcast was created to motivate and inspire people. Like the
yeah,
reason
for
the whole
sure.
podcast came into existence because I heard a story in AA when I was trying to get sober, and it changed the course of my life. So I'd like to gather stories like that and put them out to the world.
Yeah, yeah, we can definitely make that happen.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, go have dinner with your wife, man. And I really appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you later.